Okay, so I'm trying to stick solely to Halloween episodes, but given how popular this one is, I just had to. I think I've talked about The Suite Life enough times before. It's one of my guilty pleasure shows and one of the more popular Disney sitcoms. I see it get memed and referenced all the time on social media, and this episode specifically, The Ghost in Suite 613, gets brought up a lot. People seem to really love this episode. I've heard some say it scared them when they were younger. So even though Suite Life did have an actual Halloween episode in season 3, for this month I say we go back to season 1 and look at one of the more iconic Disney sitcom episodes of all time to see if it holds up. This is The Ghost in Suite 613. It starts with Carrie coming back to the suite, but unfortunately a twister appears to have wrecked it. I hate when that happens. She tells Cody to clean it up when... I swear I tried that with my siblings and it never worked.
Got you!
Cody! Why are you cleaning the carpet with your brother's face? Although if it gets the stain out...
Carrie, just send the kids to an orphanage. You're not a good parent. Downstairs, Zach makes it sound like Esteban has a farting problem because kids show. Zach, he could be fired. How did you get that in his pocket? That is some mad talent. London tells them about a ghost in Suite 613, and Zach really wants to see it. Cody is scared and Maddie is skeptical, but once London says she left her purse with $1,000 up in the room, they all rush up.
Hey, watch it! I got 3 clock radios and a DVD player hidden in here.
The show never really was the same after Mario left.
If you value your life, don't go in there. Let's go in! Let's not! On second thought, here's the key.
I love this woman. She tells them the story of Irene the ghost. Her and her husband checked into the hotel, but then he ran off with an Italian woman and opened a pizza place. Distraught over her cheating bastard husband, she threw a hairbrush at a mirror and
the mirror shattered, and a shard flew out, and that was the end of that.
Perfect family entertainment. Arwen comes by in a welding mask. The explanation is pretty funny, but they ask him,
"Have you ever seen the ghost?"
Sadly, no, but I have seen Muriel in a hairnet.
Guys, no need to scare the kids that much. I remember having nightmares for weeks. They go inside and find the purse along with a portrait of Irene and the broken mirror.
The ghost stole my money! She is so dead.
They hear some noises and there is some legit creepy build-up, but it's just Mosby. He tells them of the time when he saw the ghost.
I had just started working at the Tipton as a bellhop. It was a dark and stormy night, and I was working diligently.
I've seen what your hair looked like in the 80s, and your hair was not that big. He went into the room, felt some cold air, smelled some pizza, and was attacked, even running into the door.
Fortunately, my voluminous fro saved me from a concussion. Although I did injure my ankle, I was never able to boogie, oogie, oogie again.
Even though you later teach London how to dance, and I'm pretty sure if you can do crazy legs, you can do the hustle. Zach wants to spend the night in the suite, betting Cody $5 he runs out first. Carrie agrees to let them do it because Maddie and London are gonna be there and she's a bad parent.
What kind of mother are you?
Cody, you do whatever you want, but there's no such thing as ghosts. If there were, my mother-in-law would still be haunting me.
They also bring Esteban along since because he's foreign he could communicate with ghosts. You know, I don't want to start a discussion, but is the portrayal of Esteban considered racist now? I mean, I don't think so, but with the internet you can never tell what they'll be mad at. This episode really does a good job mixing the creepiness with the comedy. We get a legit creepy moment with the power going out and someone at the door, but it turns out to be Arwen. He brought some ghost hunting equipment because he's trying to set up a Boston Ghostbusters department, but it starts to go crazy. Arwen always was one of the funniest parts of this show. And that's when any logical people would leave the room. Arwen does, you know, the least logical of all of them, but the rest stay and try and set up a seance.
Is everyone ready to call the spirit? Apparently the spirit is calling us.
Again, there is some good spooks here, mixed with the comedy. In fact, the episode itself is really funny. There's just a ton of good humor in this one.
Disbelievers will be punished.
Ooh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Leave, you morons! I mean, I expect this from the white people, but there are at least 2 people of color there. Run! Esteban is possessed as the table levitates.
She's here.
Still scarier than the Poltergeist remake.
What is your problem, lady?
I was betrayed, so I'm angry.
So, ghosts exist.
Maddie, no!
Well, Maddie's dead. And it's not just her, the same thing happens to London, Cody, and eventually Esteban disappears. It's funny, but parts of it are genuinely unsettling. The room starts to attack Zach. Hey, that rhymes. The portrait even comes to life, but the worst thing it tries to do is tell jokes.
Did you order room service? I've got your ribs!
Oh god, it's a worse comedian than Penny Ling. But it all turns out to be a prank.
You should have some pizza later. And, table, back doors, and a front door.
Bullshit! Alright, the skeleton and table I can understand. The lights and smell of pizza are fine. But how the fuck did you make these 3 disappear? Some of them through the wall? That's not something you can do with a few hours notice and some hotel engineer equipment. Also, the fucking portrait came to life, reached out and touched Zach. How? How? But anyway, Zach chases Cody and meet up with Carrie.
He played a really mean practical joke on me, Mommy.
Bad parent. They mention the haunted suite and one of the guests seems interested.
Tell the nice lady you were just pretending.
Yeah, there's no ghost.
Oh, that's too bad. Because a lot of people would pay extra to stay in a haunted room.
Yes, most people enjoy dying, but of course we need a last-minute scare. The 2 go back to get Cody's blankie when... And I think this may be the moment when the people behind the show realized they could get away with superheroes, aliens, and whatever this was. And the fans would buy it. So, this is the first episode in our marathon that's actually enhanced by the Halloween factor. And it's not even a Halloween episode. There is a genuinely creepy atmosphere to it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all played for laughs. It never takes itself seriously, but the lighting, the music, the sound effects does create a chilling mood. The ghost backstory is engaging, and when I was a kid, I was wondering if this was real or not. The atmosphere takes what would have otherwise been a fine but unremarkable episode with an ending that makes 0 sense, and makes it something special. The episode itself gets a 7 out of 10, mostly for the humor, but the Halloween factor gets a 9. It may not be my favorite episode, but I see why it's so iconic amongst the Disney sitcom episodes. So tomorrow we'll look at an episode of a show I've never seen before. See you then. Fucking neighbors. See you then. Esteban is processed. Why did I say processed?